dressings and your vinegars and your oils.
Yep.
You don't always have to what Chef calls a free pour, because a lot of times we pour too much. We waste oil, a lot of extra fat and calories. These are genius. First of all, these bottles are glass. They're not going to stain. They're not going to hold an odor, but that's the magic of it.
That's the magic.
Yes, there is a pour spout, but let's talk about the spray. On your veggies, on your salad, maybe all you need is the spray. At a weekly deal drop of $19.95, it's a $20 bill for a set of 2 in the black or in the red. Such a great idea.
Now let's talk oil and vinegar. Number one, these are both glass, meaning your oil won't go rancid, your vinegar won't go rancid. 16.5 ounces, a great size. Number two, you can free pour if you want. Up here, if I unlock, see that unlock? I can now free pour my oil or vinegar if I choose to. However, I do want to remind everyone of this quick stat. Each tablespoon of olive oil has 14 grams of fat and 120 calories. So when we free pour to start our stir fry or make a vinegar,
we're doing like 2 or 3 of those, 2 or 3 tablespoons.
And you don't need it. Remember when we were doing our Today Special with the cast iron, I was just giving my pans a little whoop, whoop, a little spritz, and I'm saving that 1 or 2 tablespoons every single meal. That adds up to 20 cups of fat you're gonna save in the year. So just by spritzing that oil to start your dish, you're gonna save those calories from fat. But also you can spritz that vinegar by locking it, and now I can spritz vinegar on my veggies or on my salad. And as I said last hour, oftentimes when you're cooking and you're tasting and you're saying, it needs something.
Right.
Is it salt? What is it?
Yeah.
It's acidity. You can spray a little vinegar on that fatty pork chop or short rib, and it wakes it up. So I love that spray function, not just for the oil, but for vinegar as well, and also for the bakers out there. Think about this. Those store-bought, you know those? You don't need them anymore. You can now put canola oil or vegetable oil in one, cooking oil in another, olive oil in one, vinegar in another. Have fun with it and use that spray function, but if you don't want to also, unlock it, and then you could do a stunning free pour.
There's your pour. I also love the size of that pour. You can really control it, which if you do buy oil, a lot of times you unscrew the cap and it's just like this kind of
a big glub?
open glub.
You're
It's
right.
a glub, which is that.
A glub.
That
Glug.
is, yes, that is what chefs use when they mean too much. That is a glub. But look at the pour. You can still do that.
It's a beautiful little stream. So you can do that. And then again, it's as easy as on the top there, if I lock it, then it won't free pour. Look at this lock.
Okay, there's the lock.
Now it won't free pour. Now it's going to spritz.
I like the idea of having these out on the counter too.
Absolutely.
Or having these on the table. If you are serving a salad in your vegetables, instead of bringing out the kind of bottle or transferring that into something else with a spoon, now just a spray, a spritz, or a nice pour for your guest to use on the table or out on the counter. So it's something that you're going to reach for every time. Look, at $20, at $19.95 on a weekly deal drop, almost 3,000 have sold, which is why we're bringing them back again this hour.
And they're going.
Look at
now
that.
look, even a sprayed-on balsamic.
What do you have in there? Oh.
This is a little balsamic vinegar. Have fun with your vinegars. It's not just red wine vinegar.
Heard it here first.
You
have fun with your vinegars.
Champagne vinegar, balsamic vinegar, malt vinegar for your fish and chips. Give it a little spritz like that. And then, of course, your oils. You're going to use canola oil, veg oil, olive oil.
Okay.
And because it's glass, remember, this is important. It won't absorb the odors. It won't absorb the colors. So if you do decide to go from olive oil to sesame oil or olive oil to truffle oil, it won't start taking on those different colors and flavors of the different oils or vinegars. So you can mix it out. And also, because it's glass, it's not going to go rancid, especially if you leave it near your cooktop, which is super important.
$19.95. You're getting 2 of them. You just choose the color you want the lid to be in, either in the red or in the black. How many have sold? Wow.
These are going.
3,000 have sold. You see on the screen, we are counting down. We're about to get under 1,000. I think this is something, again, that we use every day. We use oils every day, the balsamic vinegar, the red wine vinegar. We use these things every day, and we want to be a little smarter about using them and have them at the ready to go as well. So at $19.95, it's something you're probably going to reach for every day, maybe multiple times a day.
And again, I really want to reinforce this point. Each tablespoon of olive oil, and we're all free pouring, has 14 grams of fat and almost 120 calories for a tablespoon. So imagine how you're free pouring when you're starting that saute or a sear or a dish or a salad dressing. How many tablespoons are you really using? And that's why I say, just for that reason alone, to have that spritz on the oil is so effective because you can still get that sear you want. You can still get the flavor on your salad without tablespoon after tablespoon of oil. Cut back on 1 or 2 a day. You're gonna cut back on 20 cups of fat in the year. You can do this, and I love that also for baking, so you don't have to buy those pre-done sprays. Use it with canola, use it with vegetable oil, your olive oil, your sesame oil. It's a great way to cut back on fat and introduce flavor.
Yeah, and to